different issues that's going on right now in the world, in America, whether it's Israel, Palestine, whether it's Ukraine, Russia, whether it's LGBTQ in schools, there's so many different things we can talk about. I am interested in people that want to educate and tell the history and encourage people to be self-reliant, self-help, stand up for yourself, responsibility, do something about it. Messages like that challenges you. By the way, those are the messages that are by far the most annoying messages. That's what my dad told me. I never liked it. That's what my drill sergeant told me in the Army. I never liked it. That's what my boss would tell me, to say, get off your tail, have a better attitude, be energized, be excited. You can do something about it. It was so annoying, where you want to say, but you don't understand the life I live. You don't understand what my parents went through a divorce. You don't understand what it is to be born in Iran and live in a refugee camp. Stop feeling sorry for yourself and do something about your life. That message is absolutely a message we need more of today. And our guest today has the moral authority to give that message. I watched him on Dr. Phil, and I just got to tell you, I'm getting the chills right now just thinking about the message he gave. I got so excited about it. I said, I have to meet this man. And I talked to Robert. I said, Robert, let's figure out a way if we can get this gentleman to come down here and share us history, because he'll say it himself, and it's not hard to find. He wasn't born in the 80s, not in the 70s, not in the 60s, not in the 50s. My dad's 1942. He wasn't even born in the 40s. He's born 1937. April 8th. My dad's April 10th. I respect a lot of April babies. And this man's seen it. He's lived it. I believe he was in a good-sized family when his father died when he was, I want to say, 9 years old, and a lot of different experiences. So, to properly introduce Mr. Woodson is a civil rights activist, community development leader, author, and founder of the President Woodson Center, a nonprofit research and demonstration organization that supports neighborhood-based initiatives to revitalize low-income communities. The Woodson Center has supported a wide range of initiatives to revitalize low-income communities. To give you stats on what they've done, his program has helped more than 2,600 community groups in 39 states. And these initiatives have included after-school programs, job training programs, and programs to reduce crime and violence. Woodson has also been a vocal critic of government programs that he believes perpetuate poverty. He's the author of several books. A recent one called Red, White, and Black, Rescuing American History from Revisionists and Race Hustlers, which we will put in the description below and in a chat for you to be able to order. With that being said, Mr. Bob Woodson, it's a pleasure to have you on the podcast.
Well, thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, when I watch you talk and you give the message, it fires me up. And by the way, I want the audience to hear this for us to mentally get into the right message. So the podcast. Bob, can you play this clip, Rob? Here's Mr. Bob Woodson on Dr. Phil. There's an exchange of ideas. There's some discourse taking place. And then you say this, and this goes absolutely viral all over social media. Go ahead and play it, Rob.
You dissect it, you will find there were about 3,700 free blacks who owned 12,000 slaves, black slaves. The question is, do the descendants of those free blacks who owned black slaves, do they pay? Blacks really benefited more the first 100 years after slavery than we have in the last 50 years. I was born in 1937 during the Depression. Everyone in my small, low-income black community, 98% of the households had a man and a woman raising children. Elderly people could walk safely in that community without fear of being assaulted by their grandchildren. Never heard a gunfire during that time. Never heard of a child being shot to death in the crib. But there are 50 children today who have been shot and killed in our cities. If you're talking about remedies, we've got to look beyond saying that every solution has to have a winner and a loser, that blacks can only benefit if whites lose. We have to be defined more than just victims of oppression.
So you have to realize this is a very difficult message to give today. It's not a popular message by academia. It's not a popular message by mainstream media. It's not a popular message in a lot of different places. And some may even say, I've never heard of Mr. Bob Woodson. So for those who have not heard your story, obviously I haven't, many people have, but those who haven't, if you don't mind actually, you can go all the way back from being a kid, growing up, wherever you grew up, experiences that led you to believe in self-help, self-reliance, responsibility. If you don't mind walking through that, that would be wonderful.